What's up, you guys? Your boy Cthulhu here. Coming at you with my most recent first place Yummy deck profile. This I just finished with today. Had 4 rounds at locals today. Went 4-0. Well, admittedly, it was a little weird going how I went 4-0. But matchups, round 1 I played against. It was like a Mitsu Synchro deck. It was pretty interesting. A little scary too once you see like some of the like a tuner and a Mitsu body hit the board. So like I was hitting the panic button a little bit. I played against our boy Heizy TCG. He was on his Runic Radiant Typhoon. We also played against Doomsy K9. And then in the finals we played against Draco Tail. So let me get right into this deck profile. I will say ahead of time, it is obviously not fully optimized, as you will see, technically, but obviously it still gets the job done. So let me show you guys what we were cooking with this weekend. All right, so we'll start with the main deck. This is all pretty much standard besides like the quote-unquote least optimized part, as you'll obviously see. So main deck, yummy stuff. 3 Cupsy, obviously. Rocking 3 Cookie. Still rocking 3 Lolly, and that is because we're only rocking 2 Marshmallow, not by choice. Looking to pick up a 3rd. So hit your boy up. For this reason, I'm just still trying to play as many names as possible, because obviously we run a lot of non-engine, so I'd also like to see multiple names. If I had the 3rd Marshmallow, I might cut down 1 Lollipo. For some of the yummy spells, the Obedience School, the Mignon, again, this is all pretty much going to be standard. 1 a Croaky, 2 Surprise, and then for our small striker package, if you want to call it that, just the 3 Engage and 1 Drones. For our like non-engine spells, Prosperity. This is great, especially because we run Purge in the deck, so we'll have like dead cards like Kagari, and some of the darks in there. So like going second, if I know I purged and I'm not gonna be able to do things like a Typhon or an SP or a Kagari or anything like that, they're just easy fodder for Prosp. The 1 Call By, which only came up. It came up once, maybe twice today. And then MVP of like the past 2 weekends, honestly, Talons. Like the amount of times I've somehow opened this card, resolved this card, generally to steal. I'm not gonna lie. I always see this generally going second into boards, and it's won me games. A couple times going first, it's been nice hand ripping, but this card has been MVP. And then for our hand traps, 3 Fua, 3 Ash, 3 Bell. Maybe a little controversial, but I'm still on Imperm. I think we just need it for the Draco Tail matchup. And honestly, people kind of play into this now, just because they're not expecting like an Imperm or a Veiler. 3 Purge, and I just realized I did this a little out of order because I have 3 Droll in the main deck. Obviously for Mitsu. For the extra deck, again, this is all pretty much standard stuff. The 3 Snatchy, the 1 Kagari, the 1 Almirage. I opted to play the Link Spider. It's come up a couple times. Not this weekend, but like last weekend. So it's been nice to have if I don't have like access to a Croaky. Put this back in over the past couple weeks, but it came up today. Not that it did anything because I got nibbed afterwards, but I was obviously still able to play through. But the Noinari, and then SP. For Synchros, again, pretty standard. Our 1 Cupsy, our 1 Lollipo, 1 Cookie, Starham. Obviously, Metal Marcher is pretty good. I found like certain hands, I still rather make this over Metal Marcher because the fact that like if we can hold our Marshmallow and we can like, it's a little greedy. I'm not gonna lie because we can be punished by it. But if like we can discard our surprise for this effect to bring something else out, and then we eventually just Marshmallow effect bring back the surprise we sent, it's pretty nice. So there was a point where I made this over Metal Marcher just to do that, and it's pretty goated. The Metal Marcher, because obviously it's still really good. The one Herald, which will probably get banned soon. And then for our XZs, just the one Typhon. He kept coming up the past 2 weekends, so I was like, you know what, I need him back. And there was a time he was going to come up, and I was going to make him. And then I forgot I sent him off Prosp. And then now for the side deck. So these are more for going first cards. 3 inscriptions. These are really nice for the Draco Tail matchup. Obviously, they can hit other things as well. But since Draco Tail is like one of our worst matchups, this pretty much just like kind of kills them. Or at least, you know, trying to get them any kind of follow-up. Anti-spell, just because it's anti-spell. It's pretty good. Some generic back row removal. We have the Harpy's Feather Duster and 2 Lightning Storm. I like the 2-1 ratio. For going second in the Draco Tail, Retaliating Seas. Obviously, this can hit other things as well. I generally have Cross Sheep in the extra, so I took a chance not running it because Cross Sheep's a little nice to out your own Retaliating Sea and still being able to like have Link Arrows to play with. Never came up again in the Draco Tail matchup though. And then this is mainly here for Mitsu hate, just some Bestials, and then obviously this can hit anything else, but also in here mainly for Mitsu is DD Crows. Things like these actually come up really nice against like Radiant Typhoon and things, just banishing their MSTs and stuff. So that's what we're cooking with, and that's what we got first place with. Honestly, it's all pretty standard. I do really like the side deck setup, to be honest with you. The Bestials may be a little questionable. Sometimes, like in the Mitsu matchup, I'll take out Imperms and swap them with these because these can, obviously these are better into Mitsu than the Imperms. Also, they can kind of conflict with the Imperms, so I do like these a lot. But it is something I have thought about taking out in general, maybe for something else.
Yes, that's what we were running, guys. Like I said, pretty standard stuff. I was experimenting a little bit with the Gorgon and IP package. It wasn't coming up for me when I was testing it at locals too much. But of course, eventually I'm going to need it and I'll feel it. But I was missing Typhon a lot on those weekends, so felt nice having Typhon back in the deck, even though I never used them once today. But having the option was nice. So if you guys have any advice or any questions in the comments, comment down below. Would appreciate if you guys would like subscribe. Hey, you can unsubscribe whenever you want, right? If you're not if you're not feeling the vibes and the content. Thank you guys for listening to me rant and ramble. Thank you guys and have a wonderful day.